Hey YouTube, Team Melton Fishing here. I got another product review for you from a company that sponsors me. It's called VOLANT Performance. They make exhaust, intakes, they've got all kinds of stuff. Check them out online, but I wanted to do a product review on this. It's a part number 155546. It is the cold air intake for the GMC Sierra 6.2 liter. This one's the one that's got the big V8 in it. Unlike most of them have the 5.3. And this thing from the factory's a hoss. I mean, it's 420 horsepower, and it's no slouch. But I went ahead and put the cold air intake on, and I put it on this last Friday, and I've been really impressed with it. In fact, the truck's running right now. You can't hear it. I mean, the thing's just silent. But I go ahead and tell you what, when you go to get on the gas on this thing now, you can definitely hear that thing crack open, and it's ready to go. It is gnarly sounding. I mean, it sounds like a V8. You know, before, with just a stock intake on it, you couldn't even hear this thing run. I'm like, man, this thing's just so quiet. You can't even tell the thing's on. But with this VOLANT cold air intake on there, man, it really woke it up, and you can tell it made a difference. You know, I'm not gonna act stupid and get on here and say, hey, this thing made 50 more horsepower. I know that's not true, but I can tell that there is a boost in power, and there's definitely a boost in sound when you get onto it, and that's the thing that I like. And it just really cleans the engine compartment up, because with the old intake, you can tell right up here and right here, this was all just covered over, and you couldn't even see the whole front of the motor, and it just looked really goofy, and it was just really quiet. There was nothing at all about it that said performance. It was just more about keeping the engine noise down. But you know, everybody likes a little bit more power and hop that motor up and make it breathe. So you know, if you're looking to produce a little more power, there you go, get it. I mean, it was tested by Black Bear Performance. He tested like 7 or 8 different cold air intakes, and there was one more that made a little bit more peak power, but it was, you know, peak power is not really something you're going to use on a day-to-day basis, you know, unless you're drag racing or something. But this one here just had a better power curve to it, and I chose the VOLANT. Plus, one other thing that led me to this particular intake was that Donaldson Power Core air filter that they use in some of their cold air intakes. It's just really efficient, and you know, it's just a really good filter. Check it out. I think the efficiency rating on it was something like 99.97% efficient, which is, you know, that's really great. You get the filtering of like an OEM filter, but you get the performance of, you know, the aftermarket cold air intake, you know. And personally, I'm happy with it. I didn't have any problems installing it. Everything was real simple. You know, you just come in and you pull everything off, and you take the base plate loose and snap the new box in its place, and then basically you just hook everything back up. You know, it's just a simple installation. It took me about an hour, but you know, I could immediately tell that my miles per gallon average went up. The only time I could tell that it didn't is when I would try to get on it a little bit, and you could see the average would go down. But I've drove it for probably a good 30 miles now, and I definitely can tell a difference in power, and I can definitely tell a difference in my gas mileage. So, you know, to me, this truck's only got 1,300 miles on it. It's brand new. So over the course of the life of the truck, you know, it'll definitely more than pay for itself, you know, with power and you know, the added miles per gallon that you're getting out of the cold air intake. But anyways, I just wanted to show you this stock cold air intake. One of the guys on YouTube who did another cold air intake install, he commented, and he's like, he said the stock Chevrolet intake looked like a hammerhead shark. And yeah, he's pretty much right. This thing is really big and bulky, and it just covered up the whole front of the engine and made it ugly. So anyways, I'm happy. So go out and get you one. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And first time you hear that growl coming from up under the hood when you go to get on it, you'll thank me, because this thing, trust me, it sounds gnarly. So all right, Team Melton Fishing signing out.